Welcome to another edition of the Blue Jay Insider. Ernie LaRosa, Director of Athletic Communications here at Johns Hopkins, joined by Rodney Rogan, the 8th women's basketball coach here in Johns Hopkins history. Been here just over a month here, and Coach, just over a month. We're already into the middle of September. I'm sure it's been a whirlwind. Just talk about the process of the whirlwind that it's been for you making this transition from Rhodes here to Johns Hopkins.
Well, it's been experience, right? It's been big changes in a short amount of time. Moving up here to Baltimore from Memphis, everything that was going on there. Now I'm trying to get figured out here. So it's been a lot, but it's all been worth it so far. And the people that I've been able to meet, who have helped me get acclimated to Hopkins and Baltimore, have made this experience as smooth as it could possibly go.
Sure. We were just talking off camera, and you know, the 94 feet here, this is the easy part. It's all the things that go on off the court that really can present the challenges as you make this transition, especially when you get hired in August. So taking care of that early on is a key. So let's step back a little bit. Your time at Rhodes, 4 years as the head coach there, highly successful. You know, 3 SAA tournament titles, 2 trips to the NCAA tournament, over 70% winning percentage. You had a good situation and you had something really going there. And yet this opportunity came along and it was intriguing for you. What about Hopkins and this program, you know, lit a fire that made you think, you know, let me take a peek here?
I think anytime that you look to make a change, you have to kind of weigh the pros and cons. And what drew me to Hopkins was, I think, just the reputation of the school. It's an historic institution, global brand, and with that opens up a lot of doors, a lot of opportunities. And when I was talking to, you know, Nikki and Jen, I was really drawn by their energy and what they put forth into developing a program that benefits the student athletes and the coaches here. And so all those factors came into play where Rhodes was excellent, the players were excellent, everything there was great. But the ability to do something different at a different level kind of excited me. And that's why I wanted to pursue this and make this change.
So obviously you talk about all the things Johns Hopkins there a little bit, Jen Baker, Nikki Betts, people that kind of steered the search there for our women's basketball coaching position. And you left a great situation, but you're stepping into a good one as well. Mm-hmm. 2 straight NCAA tournament appearances. You're replacing Catherine Bixby, who had a great run here for several years and didn't leave the cupboard bare. So also stepping into a good spot here, and that has to be exciting for you.
Yes, it is exciting. It is a great group that I've been able to work with so far. Been able to meet all the players. We actually got a little bit of court time already with the new rules. So knowing that there is a great base in place with a lot of talented, hardworking players. And my goal here is to see if we can even jump higher to the next level. And I think we have that ability with the resources here, the focus and determination of the players. So as we get to know each other, we can figure out exactly what that's going to look like. But knowing that there's a history and a hunger here is what also excites me.
So is that a message that you got from the players as well? I know you mentioned you've got to meet them all, and we have a lot of returning players on this team. You know, is that the message they had? We've had some success, like we want to go to the next level. What was that message like coming from them?
It's great to hear because they're motivated. And anytime you have players who are motivated, and when you don't have to necessarily motivate them, right? They're going to show up every day ready to work. And you coach them, and sometimes it's, you know, X's and O's, sometimes just talking to them, getting to know them, but knowing that they are motivated to elevate the program and they know that that's what they want to do. They realize that they have reached a certain level of success, but what is it going to take for us to win the Centennial, to make a deep run in the tournament? So that's what we're going to be working towards.
And what can they expect from you as a coach? What will they see from Rodney Rogan every day in practice? The energy you bring, the passion, the teaching. What will they see from you?
Consistency. I think if the players can get consistency from the coach, knowing that every day they come in here, I'm going to treat them in a certain way with respect, have a little bit of fun with them, right? College is a stressful time. Sure. And so you don't need a coach who's just a hammer on you all the time. So if they're coming in the office or we're meeting before practice, there's going to be hopefully some laughter, some jokes in there, but we also are going to talk about what we have to work on and making sure we're working at the level, at an elite level that's going to help us win championships. So I want them to know that they can always come to me with anything that they need, but we are going to be precise and we're going to train them and hold them to high expectations.
So you mentioned stress, and Johns Hopkins, obviously a great academic institution, and we had a great football coach here, passed away several years ago, and he used to always tell me that, you know, Hopkins, we're going to work hard, but football needs to be the best 2 hours of their day, because Hopkins is a challenging place. So they have to work hard, but we want to make it enjoyable for them. And it sounds like you have a very similar philosophy right there, which is great to hear. So what can fans expect when they come to Gold Farb to watch a Rodney Rogan coach team? What will they see on the court? What kind of style you bring into Homewood here?
Well, I want to always have a disciplined team. And discipline to me means you're going to show up and you're going to see a group that plays hard. There's never going to be any doubt or question that they are giving 100%. Love to push the ball up the floor with transition offense and attack. You know, it's easier to score 3-on-3, 3-on-2 than it is 5-on-5 in the half court. So if we can explore those transition opportunities, play at a faster pace, like to score some points. You know, ideally for me, my job's a lot easier when we're in the 70s than if we're, you know, down in the 60s and all that. So ideally we can spread the floor out a little bit, push the ball in transition, and score some points. And defensively, you know, we don't want to foul. We want to be in position, and we want to apply a little bit of pressure. But we want to be a hard-nosed team that plays with pace and really works to control the paint.
So that defense, I know we've hung our hat on the defense the last couple of years, one of the top scoring defenses in the country. So we look forward to seeing that pace offensively. I know you have a group, a lot of freshmen and sophomores played last year, so it'll be fun to watch this group mature with you over the next couple years, of course. One of the last things I wanted to ask you, you joined an athletic program that's coming off a great year. We won the Directors Cup for the first time ever, and just, you know, how does it feel to be a part of something like that, where success kind of breeds success, and you know, you're just joining a program that's really in a good spot right now?
Yeah, it's great to get on Instagram and see the scores posted and see that, you know, field hockey won last night, you know, number 3 team versus number 4 team. And Coach Wells got our 250th career win, former Rhodes,
also a Rhodes coach. Yes,
so,
absolutely.
So it's cool to see that. Then you see soccer game right after that. And so just to be surrounded by coaches who are at the top of their fields, high levels, and that is fun to be a part of, because you can use them as resources too. You can go out to these games all across campus and see these athletes who are doing a great job academically, but also on the field. So that's really inspiring, and it's fun for anyone who steps on campus to know that you are surrounded by other individuals who are motivated and hardworking just like you.
Well, we're closing in on about 6 weeks till we open. I know it seems like you just got here, and all of a sudden we're going to jump right into the season. Luckily, Coach Bixby left you a nice, easy schedule. We're going to ease in, WashU, NYU. We're just going to dip our toe in the water a little bit there. But a challenging non-conference schedule to get you ready. How exciting is it for you to test yourself against some of the best teams in the country right away?
That has been my scheduling philosophy too, and it always works out. Meaning, like, you might be pushed, you might lose some games. But you're giving yourself a chance to see exactly what you need to work on early on. And so knowing that we're starting with WashU, NCAA tournament team, NYU, NCAA tournament team, the next 2 games, NCAA tournament teams too. So there's no breaks early on, which is exciting. I haven't had any nightmares about, you know, that first start to the season yet, but you're testing yourself right away. So if we need to work on pressure defense, if we need to work on rebounding, we're going to know, because we're going against the top teams in the country. Sure. And that's what's going to lead us to where hopefully we are peaking in February and March to where we want to be. So it's going to be great opportunity to test ourselves, but that's what you play for.
Well, we look forward to watching you and watching your team get going here. About 6 weeks till the Blue Jay women's basketball team opens the coming season. Stay tuned to hopkinsports.com as we embark on the Rodney Rogan era here with Johns Hopkins women's basketball.